Chest wound really bad. Looks like it's near the heart.
Anybody call an ambulance?
Yes, sir, I did.
Well, we're not going to wait any longer. Open the back door of that car. Let me have your partner in a lead car.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Sir. The two of you stay here. Call in the crew.
Yes, sir. This is Inspector 9-6. An officer's been shot. Flag Franklin Hospital. We're coming into ER with a chest wound. Extensive blood loss, shallow breathing.
Steve. Listen, Steve. It's your partner, Mike. Mike Stone. Buddy boy. Just a couple more blocks, Steve. Hold on. Damn it, hold on, I said. He's cold. Don't you quit on me now. You hear me? Don't quit on me.
You know the gun caliber, if it was a Magnum or anything?
We don't know.
Well, dig out his wallet to see what type of blood he's got.
His blood type is A positive. 2 years ago, he had a penicillin reaction.
All right. Flash the blood bank. Tell him we'll hang 3 units of A positive. What are you, dressing packs, vascular clamps?
Surgical drive. The cops could be outside right this minute.
I wasn't followed. I'm sure I wasn't. I think they traced my call to the hospital. The cop knew my name.
You idiot! Is he dead?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
So, well, at least he didn't follow you. Oh, get him out of here. We won't take the next message yet. I have to think.
Mike? They're taking him to surgery. Doesn't look good.
How bad?
Well, the bullet stopped around the heart somewhere, and they don't know how much damage is done. I better call Jeannie. This'll really shake her.
Shake her? All right, Dan. Now, just what the hell happened?
We're not sure, Captain. Marston's down at the shooting site now. The lieutenant asked him to put a team on it.
Well, if we want any answers, we'd better get down to Montgomery. Come on.
Were you there when it happened, Mike? Is it really bad? Oh, Daddy. I'm coming down. No, I want to be there with you. I'm coming down right away. Daddy, I'm so sorry.
The guy at the gas station up the street heard the shot, thought it was a backfire.
What about the cartridge casing?
Can't lie from the lab guys have it. We also have a tire burn near where Steve went down. We think it could be the girl's car. Small, probably a compact. Dan, how's Steve doing?
Touch and go.
Captain,
Yes?
this is Mr. Carver. Kramer.
How are you?
I've got the drugstore down the block.
I see.
He made the Ross girl.
Barbara Ross?
Oh, that one?
How long ago?
Maybe like an hour ago.
What'd she want?
Well, she wanted to fill a prescription for oral diabetic tablets for somebody named Rose Whalen.
Whalen, isn't that one of the jurors?
Yes, sir. You filled it?
Well, hey, look, how was I to know? I mean, you know, that prescription's kosher. I mean, she looked just like a normal, ordinary person.
It's okay, Mr. Kramer. It's all right. Did you happen to notice, was she driving?
Yeah, she got into a beat-up old Falcon, a blue one, blue color.
Well, there are only a couple of thousand of those around. You didn't happen to notice a license number?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't think to look.
No, it's okay. It's all right. You've been a big help. Thank you. We'll keep this if you don't mind, huh?
Oh,
They heard it on the radio.
that's the second one. First the deputy, now the police.
Oh, no. She was a nice one. She was going to get me my medicine. I don't believe it.
Believe it. What are you doing?
I have to tell him
Tell them what?
not to kill me. Oh, please, they're gonna kill us now. Please. Oh, please, I gotta get out of here.
Jenny, we all want to get out.
Please,
If you open
please,
that door, Jenny!
Kill me if they do. I voted not guilty. Please, I'm not your enemy. I'm nobody's enemy. Please, please. Help.
Shut up! Trying to bring them in here now. Take it right now.
Jenny, come back to your bunk. You're going to be all right, honey. You just need a little rest.
Well, at least we know one thing now that we didn't know before. She's one of the two who voted not guilty. That leaves just one, doesn't it?
Steve out of surgery yet?
He's in intensive care.
How did the operation go?
We don't know yet.
I'm, Dan Robbins.
It's my daughter, Jean. Dan's in homicide with us.
Hi, Dan.
Did you, get anything new?
Not much more than I gave you on the phone. The, Ross girl used a .22 caliber automatic. We found the casing.
Did she have an accomplice?
No, no trace.
It's impossible. I tell you, it's impossible, Steve getting shot if she didn't have anyone with her.
Lieutenant, it might make sense. She's so innocent looking.
No.
Inspector Keller is still in ICU, and he'll be staying there for the next few hours.
So everything is all right. The worst is behind us.
Lieutenant, please, don't misunderstand. He's got a good chance, but he's critical, and we're a long way from coming out of it.
Well, then why aren't you in there with him?
Lieutenant, the only reason I'm here is because Dr. Lowell is with him, and he's the best there is. Sorry I can't give you a brighter prognosis. I wish to God that the inspector hadn't been shot in the heart.
In the heart?
Yes. Until we sewed him up, he had a hole in his heart. Now we just have to wait and see how well he snaps back.
Mike. Go home and rest now.
Yeah, okay.
Sleep if you can. Forget the tanagers now. Forget all of it for a couple of hours anyway. Here, come on. I'll stay here, and I'll let you know if there's anything you'd want to know.
Yeah. I'll keep in touch with you, Jean. I'll be at the office.
The office? Mike, you...
It's okay, I'll take care of it. I'll drive you, sir.
You know, we ought to listen to that tape again. Especially the part about the ransom. Maybe we missed something there. Wants to be a professor. Yeah. It's really bright when you come out of that hospital. Really bright.
Five.
All right, Rios. No, I won't. I'm not gonna draw a number that says you're gonna kill me. I won't do it.
You want me to draw for you?
Do it, Barbato.
Three.
Oh, my God. There's only two before me. What are you?
7.
All right? Who hasn't drawn?
Me.
$11.
Well, I better take down the order. Who's first?
I am.
And so it has been a most difficult, painful decision we've had to make. But this city and the world cannot tolerate a tyranny of extremists. It cannot accede to a law of the lawless. I trust the families of the jurors will understand when I say that we cannot and will not release Nick and Marie Tanninger without due process of law. We will not be blackmailed into paying 1 cent of ransom. What we will discuss is the absolute safe return of the 12 hostages in exchange for the peaceful surrender of their kidnappers. Accordingly, we will need the assistance of every citizen in apprehending these criminals.
They're not gonna do it.
They don't believe us. That's too bad. I guess we're just gonna have to make it very clear to them, aren't we?
These are pictures of the 4 suspected kidnappers. If you have reason to believe you know where they can be found, please call the San Francisco Police at 553-9111.
Lieutenant, Miss Stone, you can see Inspector Keller now if you wish.
As they are armed and dangerous. Again.
Hi, babe.
Marsden?
Now, we've got over 120 men out there searching. And so far, not one lead. Not one. I need your savvy. You know whatever there is to know about radical groups. Put yourself in their shoes. What are they thinking?
Well, I figure they'll send us another one of those flaky tapes. Very hard line, you know? They gotta run the bluff.
They've got to come out, right. One of them has to take that tape and put it where we can get it. The point is, where would they make the drop?
Very few places possible. A couple of printers who've done pamphlets for them. Or it could be that FM radio station.
KZKA?
Yeah, that one. They got a disc jockey who digs the radical scene. And of course, there's the Walden Post, the underground newspaper.
Right. They used to print all the bulletins for the weathermen. They've got a place down on Broadway.
You know, you're not as unhip as you look. They were the go-betweens for the Tanningers on that first kidnapping.
Well, if you had one choice, just one, where would you put it?
My money would be on the Walden Post. But, Lieutenant, I could be wrong.
Okay, we'll stake out all of them. We've already got their families covered. But I think you're on the money. The Walden Post.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I just happen to agree with one or two of their original concepts from before they started with kidnapping and weirdness. This could be a better place to live. I think there are some people who might have to put some limits on what this system can do.
Not you, not the Tanningers.
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep putting me with them? Who said I was with them?
You? Huh. Of course you're not. But you heard the old story, haven't you? If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
Yeah, I heard it all my life. All right, so you caught me. I admit it. I'm a duck. But what I'm not is a Tanninger.
Mr. Brightback, apparently you think that Miss Chamberlain here cast the other not guilty vote. She didn't. It was me.
You? Why would you possibly vote him not guilty?
We agreed to vote in the frame of mind we were then. I remember thinking, in my mind, there was a reasonable doubt, because I wasn't buying Styles. A reasonable doubt. I don't think so now.
Mr. Barber, we're going to record a statement. That is, you are. Sit down.
Me?
Yes, you're going to read it. You don't have to study it first.
My name is Thurman Barber. I'm one of the Tanninger jurors. This message is for the city of San Francisco and all its political lackeys. They have badly underestimated the dedication of the friends of Marie and Nicholas Tanninger. That was a serious error. To assure you of their determination to carry out the original terms, they hereby announce the schedule of executions. The names have been drawn by lot. First one to be shot at 6 o'clock tonight will be Thurman Barber, me. 12 hours later, 2 more jurors will be executed. And 12 hours after that, 4 additional hostages will be shot. None of this need happen if their terms and conditions are met. That's the end of the prepared statement. I'd like to say something on my own. All of us know, if the authorities don't, that these people mean what they say. I'm to be the first, so I'm pleading for myself and my family. I have a wife and 2 children. And I'm asking the authorities to please reconsider. For God's sakes, reconsider. That's all I have to say.
He's not going to take us anywhere. But maybe this might.
I'm to be the first. So I'm pleading for myself.
Did you hear that?
Well,
Hear the ship?
Mike, this whole city is a seaport. You can hear ships everywhere.
All right, go back to the slam again. I want to hear that door close.
That's the end of the prepared statement.
There it is.
I'd like to say something on my
A steel door or a hatch. The kind they have on large ships or a freighter. And do you hear that?
All of us know.
Hollow, metallic echo sound?
If the authorities don't.
What do you guys think?
You mean you brought in a psychiatrist to tell you it's a door on a boat?
No, Lenny, just stick with me. I've got something else for you. Dan?
I'll buy it. A ship would be a good place to stash 12 people.
That's what you want to do with the manpower?
Yes, sir.
The waterfront.
Well, the guys in the lab say it could have been recorded in a small room, probably of tin or steel construction. Now, if that's true, then the jury has to be there. They wouldn't be schlepping 12 people all over San Francisco. I tell you, they are on a boat.
What can I tell you? You think they're on a boat? Find a boat. But make sure that you find it before 6 o'clock tonight.
Look. All right, Dan, I want you to get in touch with the Coast Guard. I want somebody who knows all about those ships on the port. And then get in touch with Marsden and tell him I want all his manpower on the waterfront. Shipyard, China Basin, wharf. I want all the guys out of uniform. I want them in unmarked cars. I don't want them dashing in there looking like neon lights saying cops. And then, look, you're a smart guy. You know what to tell them.
Saw the gun come out. And I was looking right in her eyes. She pulled the trigger. Really read her wrong.
Well, you're here. We got you back.
It was close, though.
Close. The nurse told me Mike called again.
Yeah, I told him I decided to take the job.
Well, if you really believe in this, don't let Mike con you out of it, huh?
Maybe the last crack I get at it. Almost made that decision. Day too late, huh?
They heard it on the radio. He was killed. That girl, Susan, didn't even blink. Like she cared for him as much as she cares for us.
Okay. Now that leaves only 3 of them.
And 3 guns?
Well, we gotta get one of the guns. Now, if somebody takes out Washington, we can handle those 2 girls easy.
Those girls will kill as quick as the men.
Reed, you're the only experienced one. Tell us how to do it.
I don't know.
James, please. This is our last chance. It's only 3 hours until somebody...
Me. They'll kill me now.
We need a diversion, something to distract the man.
There's nothing here to use.
Maybe the bathroom. If one of us stayed in there, pretended to be sick, was trying to escape, something.
It's got to be a man. If it's a woman, then one of the girls are going after her.
Okay, I'll go in there. But when he brings me out, somebody's got to grab him. Then we can all take care of him.
You gotta go for the M16s.
But the girls, one of them will be with him.
We do what he says. We get the gun. Okay, look. Reed, you, Barbato, and Lee, you take care of the guy. Mac and you and Barbara take care of the girl.
It's your lunch.
What the hell's that?
Mr. Brightback is sick or something.
Get your tail out here.
I don't feel so good.
In about a 3 count, I'm about to show you how you can feel a whole lot worse. You think you can bust through solid steel, you got another thing coming. What's your problem?
The head's not working.
Tough.
Is anybody going to say anything about it not working? Anybody?
Arlen, never mind. Go cover the door.
I hear any more banging and crashing in here, 6 o'clock is going to come pretty quick for you.
Here, come let them see me.
It's my medicine.
Deeper, Winston. Deep, deep sleep. Deep, peaceful sleep. Are you comfortable, relaxed now, Winston?
Yes, comfortable.
That's good. You're comfortable and safe now, Winston. Just your friends here. Lieutenant Stone told you about a ship, right, Winston? A ship?
Ship, yes.
Nick and Marie are on a ship. Maybe you know where the ship is.
No. I don't know. I was never there.
Try to remember. Nick may have said something, or Marie. A big ship.
What about a boatyard, the wharf?
Maybe when you were at the wharf?
No.
Then how about the really big ships?
No. No, freighters.
Ask about an abandoned houseboat, Mike. The mothball fleet, will you? It has to be an empty ship. Was it in the city or across the bay?
Shut up, will you? Will you knock it off?
It's down here 6 o'clock.
This takes time. Quiet, comfortable sleep. Tell me about the ship.
Marie said it was empty. Abandoned.
We're on board an empty ship. Could it have been the mothball fleet?
No. Some other place. Old ships.
Old ships? What kind?
Like a tomb.
Thank you.
Thurman Barber, right?
Yes, sir. His ID was on him.
Yeah, who found him?
Officer Peterson about 15 minutes ago. They wanted us to find him. That's why they dumped him here. It's insane.
Insane? I'll give you insane. They go out and buy medicine for one of the jurors, they execute another. That's insane. Take a life, give a life. They think they're playing God. Tell me, did you get in touch with the Coast Guard yet?
They're waiting for us at their communications center.
10.5 hours and they killed 2 more. Come on, let's go.
Lieutenant Stone.
Yes.
I'm Commander Judd, in charge of the facility. The chief wanted me to give you the full list. It's got the names and locations of every ship in port.
Well, how about the dead ships, Commander? Empty, abandoned, in dry dock, or in salvage? How many are we looking at?
Well, if we're talking about that size, I'd say about 60 right now. Of course, if we include the merchant reserve fleet, could be over 200. It's almost impossible to know where to start.
That's what they figured on. Where do we go to get this thing organized?
Communication center, come on. I heard those kids shot one of the men out of the jury.
6 o'clock tomorrow morning is our bottom line, or 2 more die.
Yeah, it'll take us 20 minutes to patch into your patrol unit.
Make that 10.
Do our best. What time you got?
11:30. I got 11:45.
You're running fast.
Got off your skinny duff when I told you if Barbara would be alive right now.
Oh, why don't you...
And that goes for you, too.
Listen, if you hadn't voted yourself into the bathroom...
All right, you two. What difference does it make now? We botched it. We needed a better diversion.
You needed more than that, Buster.
Stop it, everybody. We shouldn't be picking on each other now, of all times.
It's gonna be light soon.
I know. You don't have to tell me. I've got eyes for myself, haven't I? Tough day, huh?
Gordy was wondering, if we do find them, do you want him to be ready with the tear gas?
Tear gas? Yeah. We'll try to talk them out of it first, and if they don't listen, we'll use the gas.
And if that doesn't work?
We don't have any other choice, do we? Guns.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant! They found the girl's car, a Blue Falcon, over at the Delgado salvage yard. There's 5 ships.
Well, let's get those divers of yours in the water.
Yes, sir.
How sensitive is that equipment?
Oh, it's good. Very good. Any vibrations at all, we'll pick up right here. Then it'll register on the screen and then in the earphones. Footsteps, a hatch opening, even voices have a slight effect on the oscilloscope. But we have all 5 ships channeling right through here.
Lieutenant Stone!
Yes?
Contact. It's the cruiser.
Any idea where the people are?
Not exactly. I have them in at least 2 positions. Midship and aft.
Midship and aft. Lieutenant, come on. Take your men.
Let's move.
Well, we don't have much time. We've got to find them first. We can't go dashing up that gangplank.
Maybe we could have one of my men swim out, climb up on the freighter, cross over, and see if he can find the jury's location.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, Lieutenant, I'd like to join them. I know the jury people from the Tanager kids. Gordy's men don't.
Can you swim?
Yes, sir. I've been skin diving my whole life.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I don't mean...
I'm the only one who knows who's who on that ship. I could carry a dry pack with a walkie-talkie, be in touch with you the whole time.
All right, go ahead. Now remember, they can see as well as you can.
Lieutenant?
Dan, where are you?
I'm on board. It's all clear.
All right, everybody up, let's go. It isn't time yet.
All right, come on, folks, let's move.
Is there a message from the mayor or the governor?
Nah, there's no messages, man. Let's get out and get out, folks.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going. Shut her up. I'm not gonna go. I'm warning you to shut her up. I'm not going. You better make a move.
All right, all right.
No, please. I'm not going. I don't want to go. Oh, please. Go on.
We're all aboard.
Just saw them. They're moving. Better hold on out there until I know where they're going. There's 11 jurors, 3 tanagers going aft.
We'll hold right here.
All right, move it.
Let's go.
Come on, just keep moving.
Hey, not you. You stay here.
Oh, please, not yet.
Come on, lady.
Stop there. Keep it moving. Go. All right, Rios. Oh, no! No, please, put it in there. No, please, no. Keep moving back.
Please let us go. You're not like the others.
You're wrong, I am.
The Rosen girl in Washington have Reed and Jenny Rios. They're headed towards the engine room. The others are still in the wardroom at the rear. Move in. I'm going after Susan in Washington.
Wait for me.
I don't have time.
Hurry up.
Police! Get down! Are you all right? Where are the others? Follow me.
James. They shot James.
I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Don't move. Arlen, what's the matter?
I've got a little problem. Open up.
You'll have plenty of time to recover. Morning, everybody.
Listen, everything's clean from the laundromat. Good. And there's some turkey all sliced in the refrigerator. And the coffee pot's ready.
Oh,
Just
that's
plug it in.
fantastic, Gene. Thanks a lot.
Well, when are you going to come down and see us in the bull pit?
Should be down beginning next week after registration.
How many kids do you have registered in that class of yours? Do you know?
Department head calls me last week. Entire class is filled. Not too bad, huh?
Do you believe what he's telling you?
You know I'm gonna miss this old tank. Gonna miss you too. A little bit, maybe.
Sure. Sure, I know. You're gonna be great.
Sure, sure.
Just great. No, I mean it. But we're still gonna see the ball games, right? Just because you're quitting the department doesn't mean you're quitting the ball club.
Of course not. No way. You're on.
Mike, I'll see that Steve gets settled, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, you do that.
Steve, it's good to see you. Take it easy, all right?
Thanks a lot, Dan. Listen, take care of the big ape for us, will you? He needs all the help he can get.
I think we're gonna sort of take care of each other.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Michael, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, sure.
Good luck.
Good luck. What do you think you're doing?
Nothing, sir. Just sitting, sir. I figured you'd drive, sir.
Oh, you did, huh? Well, since we're partners, don't you think you ought to be sharing the load? Or do you think you have a patsy here, and maybe you're going to sit back and enjoy everything while somebody else does the work?
No, sir. I love to drive, sir.
That's another thing I want to talk to you about.
Yes, sir.
That's it. That yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
This is the San Francisco Police Department. We have no yes, sirs and no, no, sirs. Just do your job. Keep your mouth shut until I tell you to do something.
Good morning, Sergeant Mack.
Telson?
Washington. Kraft. Kimberly. You can smoke if you want, one man at a time. Use the ashtray. Management will appreciate your cooperation.
No, I never used this stuff. I used to rent it.
You see, before our department arrested Mr. Kraft, he and his partner were flying the Mexican Triangle. Mexicali, Juarez, Phoenix.
What were you, Mr. Telson?
A culturist. I grew grass and distilled acid. I was going to be a big operator. Now I'm operating in an 8x10 cell.
Tell them what you grow in there, Billy.
Dark thoughts. You wouldn't want any part of them.
Well, I'm what it's all about. I'm a hardcore addict. You don't want to be one, not unless you want to shoot it in your arm or in between your toes till your veins collapse. And you end up like them guys who set fire to themselves. You can't move a muscle.
Listen to him. But most of you know the drug scene. So let's talk about something you don't know anything about. Prison. It's a whole new scene. How to stay alive each day. Right, Sergeant Mack?
All right, hold up. Give me the keys. Give me the keys! Holy no! Man, wait it down, baby.
No excuses, Lieutenant. I was set for a special assignment right after this rap session. And I just forgot I was carrying my piece.
Well, why were there only 2 unarmed guards assigned to 4 convicts?
Well, the men were model prisoners. They were considered good risks.
By whom?
The prison, Sergeant Mack.
Sergeant Mack?
Yeah, the guard they took as a hostage.
Look, get in that ambulance. Let the doctor take a look at your head. Did you get the records from the prison?
Yeah, and we also put on an APP on the station wagon. You know, 2 of them were short-timers. Doesn't make any sense.
Nothing does when a man's waving a gun around. What did you get?
Okay, William Telson, less than a year to serve. Gerald Washington, up for parole in 2. Harold Kraft, probably the most dangerous of the 4. He pulled the trigger 10 to 20.
Which means he doesn't have much to lose.
Right. The brains. Joseph Kimberly, 5 to 10.
Did you get copies made of these?
They're already being distributed. How's the guy?
Well, he's on the critical list. Listen, I want every man we can grab on this case. Come on.
Mind turning the radio on, Telson? How did you know it was me? By the way you breathe. It's pretty close inside the walls, isn't it, Mac?
Sergeant Mack. Go on, turn on the radio. I want to hear what happened to that guard you shot.
You just watch your mouth. You don't give the orders anymore. And I didn't shoot anybody. It was Kraft.
Doesn't matter who pulled the trigger, Billy. You know that.
And your testimony could make the difference, couldn't it?
You're thinking. It's real good. Think about the 6 months you had left. It could have been easy time.
It wasn't my idea to escape. I didn't even want to come.
I know that. So one timey, we go back together? I'd tell him the truth, that you gave up voluntarily.
I've got something to do first.
If you don't do it right now, Billy, you'll get another 5 for jailbreak. And if that guard dies, it could be the gas chamber.
Why should I trust you?
Because I trusted you. It's a two-way street. You know, the way things are going, Kraft's got nothing to lose by wasting me or you. Would you rather trust him? Huh, Billy? Billy, you listening? I don't want to die, and neither do you.
Okay. It's a deal.
Come on, Towson, this is the last bus to Frisco.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna get rid of a witness.
Hey, come on. We've got enough heat already. Let's just get out of here.
Out of my way. Harry, we're wasting time. You hear that? Let's go.
Now, this is the latest we've got.
Okay, thanks. They're going to need a change of clothes, money, and new transportation. Now, here's a report. 2 stolen vehicles reported within the last hour, a 74 Granada and a white van. I put out warrants on both of them. Anything on their friends and relatives?
Nothing on Kraft or Kimberly. Washington has a brother in the city somewhere. We're still looking. Billy Telson has a wife, but the prison says his letters to her have been returned, marked none at this address.
You keep checking.
Think they're going to stick together?
Not if they're smart.
Hey, Mike, we just got a call from one of our choppers. He thinks he spotted that station wagon at the north end of Lincoln Park. Units are on the way.
Well, they had me blindfolded, so I couldn't see what they were driving, but it sounded more like a pickup or a van than a car.
But did you happen to hear about where they might be going?
No.
They're probably out of town by now.
They're still around.
Why do you say that?
Because I know them. I lived in the same cell block with them for the last 3 years, Lieutenant. Inside the walls, you either know your people or you're dead. Well, I'm still alive.
And they're out on the streets carrying a .38.
Which they didn't get from me.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Nobody's blaming you, Sergeant. Why don't you tell us everything you know? Start with Kimberly.
He's got a lot of money hidden somewhere abroad. He'll go straight to it, and Kraft will go with him. He's greedy, but not until he settles the score first.
What score?
Somebody snitched on him. That's how he got nailed. He'll go straight for the guy who did it.
Kraft was busted 5 years ago. You think he still cares?
He cares.
And what about Telson?
His wife stopped visiting him and stopped writing. That's where Billy will go.
And Washington?
Used to be a junkie. The only thing he'll be thinking about is getting a fix. He should be easy to find. I'll bring him in.
That's our job.
Oh, no trouble, Lieutenant.
Oh, we'll do that. You just tell us where to look.
Washington had a cellmate named Benny Lester. He's out on parole now. He used to hustle pool on the west side.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks, Sergeant. The officer will drive you home. I want you to get Mrs. Telson's address. I'll pull the Kraft records and see if I can get the name of that informer.
This city's a trap, surrounded by water on 3 sides. First we get rid of them, then we ditch the van. And then we go see Taggart. We won't have time, but we'll make time. Harry, Taggart has nothing to do with this deal. Forget him. I can't forget him. He's our ticket to Mexico. He owns a charter service, a whole fleet of planes.
We were partners till he turned me in. He owes me, Joe.
We're coming to a nice, quiet corner. This is where you get out.
Hey, man, you got us into this. You can't just drop us. This is where you get out.
Now, where do we go from here?
I've got to find my wife.
Will she help us?
No. I have to talk to her.
Talk is nothing. What we need is help, money, a car.
Why don't you turn yourself in, Jerry?
What about you?
Maybe later. Take it easy, huh?
Hey, Billy, good luck.
Earl? Are you hungry?
No.
You're sure? What did the warden say?
Told me to take a couple of days off.
Will there be an inquiry?
Yeah, I guess.
Soon?
How's Charlie?
Not good. I was with Sarah when he came out of surgery. He looked just awful.
Is he gonna die?
Oh, no. Charlie Sims is tougher than you are. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
13 years I had a clean record. Something to be proud of in that hellhole. Now the whole thing's gone down the drain.
They can't hold you responsible.
I hold me responsible. I trusted them. I recommended them. And they turn around and stick a knife in my back.
Nothing you can do about it now. So leave it alone, huh? I'll make you a sandwich.
They broke the trust.
What?
It's unwritten, Susan, but it's there just the same. They don't turn on me, I don't turn on them. That's how we live together. Well, they broke it. After all I did for them.
I know. I told Sarah I'd look in on her kids. Come on, I want you to have something to eat first.
Dumb, that's what they are. Yeah. You know, I can tell you practically every move they're gonna make.
They'll be caught, don't worry.
By who? Cops? They don't even know where to begin. Well, I do. Teach those punks they can't break me.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna bring them back. Feet first if I have to.
Earl, you can't.
I've got to, Susan. It's my life on the line.
What are you talking about?
You think the warden's ever gonna trust me again? And what about the other cons? They'll think I'm soft, which will mean I'm easy bait for any guy who thinks he can take me. Well, I'm not gonna let that happen just because 4 punks broke the trust.
No, Earl!
I let him out, I'm gonna put him back in.
That was Sid's case. He made the bust just before he retired.
What's the problem?
Well, I'll tell you what the problem is. Kraft might be looking for the guy who sold him out. I checked his trial transcripts and came up with nothing, empty-handed. There was an informer, but no name on the record.
Maybe his testimony wasn't needed at the trial.
I need it.
Sid moved to Florida. Maybe I could give him a call.
Would you do that for me, please?
Mike,
Located Telson's wife.
Is that her present address?
It's always been her address ever since she and Telson were married.
Well, then why did they send his mail back marked N.A.?
Why don't we ask her?
Oh, always thinking, huh? Oh, listen, let me know how you make out.
Hello, Benny. How you doing? Hear your parole's working out real good. Wes, how's it feel being back with the family again?
Hey, you hear something? I could smell it. Yeah, locker room number 5, huh?
I asked you a question.
Hey, come on. We're not in the yard now, Sergeant Mack.
Yeah, I hear you're just another civilian. So butt out.
I'm looking for Jerry Washington.
He's in prison.
Up until this morning. I want to know where he is now. You owe me, Benny.
Okay. All right. You wait right there, and I'll go and get him. How am I doing, Sarge? Huh? How am I doing, Sarge? I'm moving as fast as I can, Sarge. Huh? I'm going as fast as I can, Sarge. I'm moving as fast as I can. Gotta get old Jerry for the man. On a double. Yeah. I don't know you anything.
You don't, huh? I could have put you on report 100 times, and I never did.
Oh, well. Hey, that was then. Now's now. Hey, you want to know something, Sarge? When we were in the can, I did a lot of sweet talking to you. But truthfully, I never met a screw who was worth a spit.
You know, Benny, you're going to be back. I'd sure show some respect if I were you. So, let's say Jerry Washington needed a quick fix. This is his turf, isn't it? Huh? Where do you suppose he'd go to get it? Well, you're going to tell me, Benny? Or do I have to beat it out of you, huh?
Once you get lost, you're crazy.
Hey, you're crazy, Mac. You know that? You're crazy. Hey, you've been behind the bars too long, man. Because out here in the streets, ain't nobody gonna help you. You keep pushing people, and you're gonna end up dead.
Oh, yes, Miss Towson still lives there, but I don't think she's home right now, and I don't know where she works.
Have you seen this man around today?
No, I don't think so. But when you live in a city this size, you see so many people that sooner or later you stop seeing what they look like.
That's right. Why don't I leave that picture with you just to remind you?
All right. Oh, by the way, Miss Towson usually gets home around 5:30 or 6. If you want to come back then.
I'll call for a stakeout.
Yeah, thank you.
And her young man usually gets here an hour or so earlier.
Her young man?
The one who comes to visit. I think his name is Jimmy or something like that. Oh, but I didn't ask. I mean, it's none of my business.
Oh, of course. Yes, thank you.
Inspector 8-1. Inspector 8-1.
Inspector's 8-1. Robbins here.
Dan, there's been a fight in a pool hall over on 4th.
10-4. Let's go.
I'm sorry, sir. We're closing early. There's been a sudden family illness. Why don't you come back tomorrow? I got the front locked up. Let's go.
Wait a minute, we need the keys to the car.
I'm not sure who the guy was.
The manager said you called him Sergeant Mack.
Oh, so I was mistaken.
Oh, now what are you covering for? You afraid he's gonna bust your parole?
No, nothing like that.
Who started the fight?
He did.
Why?
He was looking for some guy.
Who was he looking for?
Hey, why don't we just forget the whole thing? We don't want to press charges anyway.
Maybe I do.
Hey, well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna bust us for getting beat up.
No, for withholding information.
Hey, listen, I'm not an informer, you understand?
I understand. Now, who was Mac looking for, and what did you tell him?
He was looking for Jerry Washington's pusher.
And where did you tell him to go and look?
To the Shoreham Apartments.
On Bay Street?
A guy named Corrigan. He's up on the roof with a visor. He's a sun freak.
Thanks for your cooperation.
Look, Benny, you're not in the slammer now. You want to prefer charges against Sergeant Mack for assault and battery, you just tell the officer.
No, I don't want any more trouble with Mac. Besides, I might have to live with him again. You know what I mean?
Where'd you get the money for the fix, Jerry? Roll some little old lady?
I didn't want to escape, man. They made me go. Now, you were there, Sergeant. You know.
Where are they, Jerry?
I don't know.
Where are they?
Evan Taggart. Kraft and Kimberly were looking for Taggart. Something about a plane.
What about Telson?
He just walked off and left me.
It's not good enough, Jerry.
Look, stay away, man. Look, I never hurt no...
Come on, speed it up.
What's bothering you?
Eddie Mack. I don't like him one step ahead of us.
I don't get it. What's he trying to prove?
He's frightened.
Frightened? I think he's flipped. He's trying to capture them all by himself, and that makes him dangerous.
That's right. He's dangerous because his life is on the line.
His life?
Anytime a prisoner escapes, all the other cons think they can do the same thing. Makes the guards very nervous. Especially a guy like Eddie Mack. He probably figures that they did it to him once, they'll do it to him again. That's what I think he's afraid of most. Now you know why I don't want him one step ahead of us.
No, don't hit me, Sarge.
You fool. I was gonna hurt you. How bad is it, kid?
No, just leave me alone, man. Ain't you done enough?
Hey, come on, Jerry.
You've turned mean, man. You know? Guess everybody in the joint does.
Get away from me!
I'm trying to help the man.
What, like you helped those two guys back at the pool room?
They came at me.
Do you have a permit for this? What, did he come at you too?
No, he fell off the fire escape.
He's pretty badly hurt, Mike. I'm gonna call for an ambulance.
Tell me something. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to bring him in.
I told you before. That is our job.
Well, what's the verdict?
Figure it's concussion, but they won't know for certain until they get to the hospital and run the tests.
May I go now?
Yes, you can. Stay home.
There's no law against my making a citizen's arrest, is there?
There is the way you do it. Look, you can do me a big favor. These beautiful streets here, stay off of them.
I'll think about that.
And while you're thinking about it, think about this. If I catch you meddling in this case again, I'm going to bust you for interfering.
Well, what's troubling you?
I'm not trying to help us. You're just getting back at them as a personal vendetta.
I have a job to do, Inspector. Just like you. Only mine's a little different. You arrest them, testify against them in court, then send them to me for the next 5 to 10 years, and I have to live with them.
But you don't have to brutalize them.
I don't brutalize anyone. All I do is keep them there. The ugly things that happen inside are the things they do to each other, which are exactly the things they'd be doing to innocent people if they were out on the streets. Now, if you object to the things that happen to men in prison, stop sending them.
Yeah, will they spell that for me?
B-E-D-O-U-K.
B-E-D-O-U-K?
Haberdashery.
You said it was on Sutter?
Yeah, on Sutter.
All right, we're on our way. Come on, let's go.
We should have busted him for assault.
Washington told you it was an accident.
Maybe he was scared not to.
Never mind Eddie Mac right now. Listen, we've got a lead on Taggart and Kimberly. Let's think of them.
That's him.
All right, now, these two men stole the car. Did you see this man?
Mike, Lieutenant Carson, narcotics.
See if you can get a description of the clothes they were wearing. Stone.
I got that information you wanted on Kraft.
Let's have it.
Kraft and a man named Evan Taggart were partners in an air freight business about 5 years ago. It was supposed to be a legitimate operation, and was until Taggart found out that his buddy was flying heroin into the country.
And he reported it?
Right. And Sid set up a trap for him and caught him with a full cargo. Taggart wasn't involved in the arrest, so he spared him the notoriety of the trial.
Do you have an address on Taggart?
Sure do. 2190 Washington.
Okay, thanks.
Who are you?
Where's my wife?
She works downtown. She should be coming home pretty soon. Well, I guess you two probably want to talk alone.
We'll all talk.
I heard you escaped. Should have hired some security. That's what I would have done.
Just the currency.
There's a little gift.
Now what? You call your office and tell them to prep a twin-engine plane for a flight to Acapulco. Have it ready for takeoff in an hour.
Why should I?
Because you're going to be a dead man if you don't.
Harry, knowing you, I'll be dead either way, so why should I cooperate?
Okay, I'll put it to you this way. If you don't pick up that phone, you're going to spend the rest of your life in a basket. I wouldn't kill you, Evan. when I could see you suffer the way I have for the past 5 years.
Hello, Mabel. This is Mr. Taggart. By the way, you may as well stock the bar. This will be a farewell party. Hold on. I'll have to give them some names for the manifest. What would you suggest?
I'd suggest you drop the guns, boys.
You try to stop me, I'll kill him.
Don't do it, Kimberly. All right, Harry, it's all over. Come on out.
Hey, I can't take no passengers. This is a blood run.
I say drive, you drive. When I say stop, you stop. Drive.
Operator, this is a police emergency. A man has been shot. I want an ambulance sent to 2190 Washington, apartment 205.
You'll be okay. Do you want me to read you your rights?
Lieutenant, that man saved my life. What happened to Kraft?
He hijacked a cab. I saw him from the balcony. Red and white. I think it was Seaside Cab Company.
Did you get the number?
Couldn't see it.
I'll check it. Put your hand against this.
They fired first.
Oh, they did? Well, this man has beaten 2 men. Caused another man to be injured, and he just shot this man.
It's self-defense.
Maybe so. But he's interfering in police matters, and for that, he's under arrest.
Well, Lieutenant, I'm not trying to tell you your business, but...
Good.
Seaside Cab Company? This is Inspector Robbins, San Francisco Police Department. I need some information.
Hi. I said hello. You look like you're waiting for a dentist appointment. Really?
We have to talk, Nancy.
Hey, come on, Mr. Hound. Where do you want to go?
Keep driving around till I tell you to stop.
Well, I better tell the dispatcher something or they're going to be looking for me.
Tell them you're going to lunch. Just that, and nothing else.
It's 68. I'll be out of service for about an hour. Time for lunch. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Inspectors 8-1.
Inspectors 8-1, go ahead.
Mike, this is Tanner. We received a message from the head dispatcher at Seaside Cab Company. One of their drivers reported stopping for lunch while on a blood run.
What about the driver?
Confirmed as a highly responsible employee. He was carrying plasma for victims of an accident at Bayshore General Hospital. His route took him in proximity of where Kraft could have commandeered him.
Put on an APB on that cab.
What's a blood run?
There's only 4 major blood banks in the city. They usually dispatch plasma to the hospital by cab.
That driver wouldn't have stopped for lunch unless somebody pulled a gun on him.
Because Because you were there. And I needed someone here.
I had less than a year to serve. Less than a year. What's the matter? You couldn't wait? What are you? Some kind of alley cat?
It's been 4 years. I'm human. I would have ended it before you got out. I would have been waiting for you.
Why didn't you write and tell me? You didn't even open my letters. Do you know how worried I was?
I couldn't. It hurt me too much.
Hold it. I want to talk to you. Hey, you better get in there. That guy's got a gun.
You stay away! You hear me? Stay away!
Speed it up.
I can't. Boy, am I glad to see you guys.
What's their 1020?
First and Townsend.
Tell them to put the cabbie and the blood in the black and white, and then rush them over to Bayshore General Hospital. We're on the way. You keep him in there. Are they in there?
As far as we know. Now, we've got units front and back, and no one's seen a thing.
Nothing.
Up the stairs.
Can't move an inch. Come on. Book them. Well, that's 3 down and 1 to go.
And they don't go easy, do they? Well, Mike, the stakeout team has Billy barricaded in his wife's house.
Come on.
I don't know how he got past us, but he's in there with his wife. I called him on the phone. He said he'd shoot if we tried to bust in.
Get me a bullhorn.
He won't answer it. I tried it.
Well, how did you reach him?
There's a phone booth on that corner. I used it. Here's the number.
Give me my coat.
Billy, please don't do anything to make it worse.
I don't know how it could get much worse.
Put that gun away and give yourself up. At least talk to them.
There's nothing to say.
Billy!
They're never gonna let me out of that place now. It's gonna be 5 more years for breaking out and who knows what for the guard Harry shot. I just can't do it knowing that you're out here. I might as well get it over with.
Take 2 men and cover the back of the house.
He won't answer the phone.
I guess we're gonna have to dig him out.
No, not yet. I don't want to endanger the hostage.
Billy! Sergeant Mack! I want to talk to you.
Sergeant?
Let him go.
Mike, every time he talks, somebody gets hurt.
Sergeant! You know Telson. You know the risks.
Can you hear me, Billy? I want to talk to you, Billy.
I don't want to talk to you. Get away from here.
I owe you one, Billy. Kraft would have killed me. Gotta give me a chance to get even.
If you don't stop, I'll kill you.
You never killed anyone in your life, Billy. Why would you want to start now?
I'm warning you, Mac. I'll shoot. I really will.
You want us to start moving in?
No. No moving in. I don't want anyone to fire either. Hold your position. Tell the men.
Okay.
Why would you want to shoot somebody that's trying to do you a favor? You don't need that gun, Billy.
You're not gonna take me back.
Mrs. Telson, you want to go on and step outside? You don't need a hostage, Billy. You've got me now.
I'll stay.
Do what he tells you. He's the man. And you always do what the man tells you, because he means what he says. Right, Sergeant?
That's right, Billy. Remember what the last thing I said to you was?
He said I'd get another 5 years for escaping.
No. I said I didn't want to die, and neither do you. Now, Kraft isn't holding a gun on us now. So why don't you give me yours?
Everything's different. The guard.
He's alive, Billy. The guard is alive. I'll tell him the truth. You hadn't planned to escape. But you saved my life. They'll take that into consideration, Billy.
I can't go back.
Sure you can. You can do the rest of your sentence standing on your head.
Billy, I'll wait for you. I promise. No matter how long it takes, I'll wait till you get out. Please.
Well, that's the last of them.
All right, cuff him.
Oh, that won't be necessary.
When are you going to stop telling me how to do my job?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I was just trying
to
help.
help. I know. But remember, you're still in custody. And if you say one more word, just one word, I want to cuff you, too.
Come on, Billy. Let's go.
Okay, you finish this for me, Peter. All right, Sergeant. You can go home.
Couldn't make the charges stick, could you?
Oh, I think I could if I tried.
Your wife's waiting for you downstairs.
You're a good man, Lieutenant. I'd appreciate it if, when you wrote up your report, you weren't too hard on Jerry Washington and Billy Telson. When Kimberly and Kraft made the break, they didn't want to go along. They were forced to at gunpoint.
Wait a minute now. Do you want them in or out?
That's not for me to decide, Lieutenant. That's for them.
That's a surprise.
You were right about one thing. Out on the street, I wanted them caught even more than you did. Not just because I thought they were dangerous, but because I thought I'd been used. I've been a prison guard for 13 years, but I never thought of myself as being brutal till I saw what happened to Washington. I should have backed off, let him give himself up. But I wanted him too much. I guess in some ways, prison walls brutalize us all. Huh? I'm not speaking for the other guards, mind you. Just myself. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
He knocks himself out trying to get those men back into jail. Now he's trying to get them out. Explain it to me.
He's a complex man.
It's a hard man to understand.
Well, maybe when you get a little older, you might.
Happy news, hey, happy news. Today we got happy children. We got happy stories about happy people, happy children, happy dogs, happy cats. Hey, Stormy, wait a minute. Hey, Stormy. Hey, hold it, Stormy, Stormy. Here you are, here you are. You can rat fish in it, you can swat flies with it. That's what you can do. You can put it over your head on a rainy day. Have another paper here. Thank you. All right, Stormy, thank you very much. You can do anything you want with it. Here you are. Slap, there you are. Thank you, lady. Happy news, we got nothing but happy news. Happy news. Hey, here's your paper. Happy news. Get in the tub with it after an empty day.
Mr. Rhinelander.
Oh, hello, Marion. I'm sorry to be late.
That's not like you.
Well, I'm afraid I indulged myself. A tie on a store window caught my eye.
Oh, very elegant.
No, not this one. It's still in the store, with a suit they're making up from the material that went so well with it.
Well, you're entitled to it. After this, especially.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'll be a hero at home. You did say 7,500.
That's right. Would you like me to gift wrap it?
No. I'm going to take it just like that.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rhinelander.
Thank you, Marion.
I know she'll enjoy it.
Well, she'd better.
got happy luncheons, happy teas, happy and hey, Mr. Rhinelander, how are you?
Hello, Wally.
Hey, you're on page 3. Oh, the Housing Commission. Very impressive. Very impressive.
Well, thanks, Wally.
Saw you on the tube, too.
Well, what did you think?
Oh, you won that debate going away. Going away.
Thanks, Wally.
Thank you, Mr. Rhinelander.
Oh, there's my car.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we got happy news today. Happy news. Here you are. Paper here. Here you are. Hey, we got happy news today. Happy news. Hey, happy news today. We got happy children, happy dogs. Happy dogs, happy children, happy. There you go. Thank you very much. Happy news. Hey, here's the paper.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me which way is closed?
Let's get him out of here.
Stone?
Yes, sir.
You're the one that solved that cop ambush last year, that's right?
Well, there were dozens of us involved in that case, Mr. Skolimowski.
The mayor wants you on this one, Lieutenant. And, what's his name, your partner here?
Well, this is Inspector Keller, Steve Keller.
Keller.
Mr. Skolimowski.
Mayor wants you both to accept full responsibility for this thing so that nothing gets lost between desks. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you, I have had it with these political assassinations. You don't like somebody else's views, you get a gun and you blow them apart. Maybe the Doomsday Boys are right. Maybe this is the end of the world.
You got it pegged as assassination already?
The mayor does. Rhinelander's been a broad target for over 2 years. I can't remember the exact date, but ever since he took over control of the Low-Cost Housing Commission.
Maybe it would help if we could get a complete report of his public appearances, statements, press conferences, a complete record.
You got it. Anything else?
Time.
I can't give you time.
I figured.
Anything else?
Yes, sir. What do you think?
You're the cop.
No, I mean, you're famous for politicking on the lawn and rapping with the people, crazies, the intellectuals. Was there any group that hated Rhinelander?
The crazies hated him, but then they hate me, too. They hate all authority. And these days, authority is anyone who wears a tie. Gentlemen, I have a calendar that won't quit. Thanks for coming in. Keep in touch.
You want to talk about a platinum-plated steamroller? How does a guy like that...
Don't overbook your mind, buddy boy. Just pick up the message. He's the boss, you're the cop.
Came through loud and clear.
What's his name?
You like that, don't you?
Hey, special edition.
Hey, Lowell. They killed Mr. Rhinelander.
Yeah. Who?
Mr. Rhinelander. He was standing right here yesterday, where you are. He handed me a buck as usual.
No kidding.
What do you know about that? Here today, gone tomorrow.
Wally, I just had to do it. I had to sell one of my own.
You're taking my place, aren't you? You might as well jump in and see if you can swim. Hey. Hi. See that?
Yeah.
Cop friends of mine. Bet they're on the case.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hey, Lowell. I'm gonna leave you in charge for a few minutes.
Oh, well, don't worry. I can handle it.
Yeah, bank's open. I want to get over there before they give mine all away.
Wow. $3,000. I wonder what it'll be like to have all that money in your hand at one time.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if three big ones feel any different than a lot of little ones.
I'm not too familiar with stuff you can fold. The stuff that clinks. That's what I know about. Paper?
It is so obvious what you're up to, Mr. Rhinelander. So obvious. Demonstrate your love of humanity so that you can run for governor next time.
That simply isn't true. I have no political ambitions. I took this job.
You took the job as a stepping stone, and you know it. Now, the fact is that if the city builds this so-called low-cost housing project right next to our district, the incidence of crime will double in a year.
How do you know that?
No one will be safe on the streets after dark.
There are racial overtones here, and I don't like them one bit.
So that's Harold Spring.
I have
Yes.
no political ambitions. I took
Look at
this
that
job.
anger.
The other members of his association are sitting next to him. You've got their names in that manila file.
But he's the president.
Yes, president and driving force.
That simply isn't
Hold
true.
it there.
Our property association has to...
I get angry, too. You ought to get a close-up of my face when I get mad.
You said you wanted to see all the tapes of the commission hearings.
That's really something.
You mean you don't think he's capable of squeezing a trigger?
Or getting anyone else to?
Of course he could have. So could anybody else in that hearing room.
So?
Rhinelander's job was the worst job in the city. No matter where he placed that low-cost housing, somebody was bound to get mad.
Well?
It's too darn easy.
You haven't got the killer yet, have you? So what's easy?
When you can stand up and shout like he did and get it off your chest. You know, maybe you don't have to kill anybody.
Wally, sense of value. You're finally gonna do it.
Look out, world, here I come.
We'll miss you.
I'll only be gone 6 weeks.
6 weeks without you in the corner? San Francisco won't be the same. Traveler's checks?
No, I want cash. I want to hold it in my hand a little while.
I know what you mean.
I'm only going to the travel agency.
Hundreds okay?
Sure, sure.
$3,000 even.
$3,000 in 25 years. That's how long Harriet and me been talking about this. Ever since I took over the corner. Harriet's been working, too, all those quilts. I'm one lucky son of a gun.
Bon voyage, Wally.
So long, fair lady. I bid thee fond adieu. There it is. Right there. That's the place. They dragged me away.
Yellow for mugging, blue for robbery, red for murder.
Where's Mr. Rhinelander? Oh, yeah, red, yeah. Wonder what they hit me with. Felt like a sledgehammer.
Have a seat, Wally.
Hey, Wally, what are you doing here?
Hey, fellas. All my savings, $3,000. I had it in an envelope. All my trip money. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, Wally.
They came up behind me and clobbered me. It was a dumb thing to do, carrying all that cash, but I wanted to hold it for a little while. I've been saving for so long. What am I going to tell Harriet?
I know what that trip meant to you.
Yeah, come here. That's me.
Lessing, take this one over, will you?
Right away, Mike.
Wally, excuse me for this, but did you sell Jules Rhinelander a newspaper yesterday morning?
Yeah, I sold him a newspaper, and then he got on the cable car.
On his way to the club, secretary said he had a squash game.
He did, I saw him. And then I... You're busy with something else, huh?
Yes, we are, Wally. You know, we've got the whole city administration on our backs.
That's all right. Okay.
Look at that, Steve. If this keeps up, we're going to have more pins than space.
Civilization.
Toy soldiers. Yeah, like when I was a kid. I could just reach down, move a man here, move a man there. Toy soldiers.
How much?
3,000.
I make Jules at 12,000. 12.5. Tops.
Bank it. You sure that's the LA box number?
Yeah, sure.
the charts this morning.
Yeah?
Graphed in a new estimate on what we handled in Seattle.
What's it look like?
Well, it could be up 8% by year's end.
Keep it up, we might have to go public.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, let's hope no one knocks off that post office before Wednesday. Well, all told, not a bad week's gross.
Yeah, but that's not as good as Seattle.
It's a convention. You can't beat a convention.
Still one flaw. You never know who they are.
There'd be no sweat if he hadn't tried to get away. What was his name?
Rhinelander. Jules Rhinelander.
Yeah, he was a real macho.
Marlon, what do we have in parking garages?
Union Square, underground, 2 attendants every level. Well, that's not your best bet. Ah, here we are. Atherton Garage, 5 levels.
Hold it.
You see something?
Yeah, our 2 little friends are back. Work, 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 work. Well, anyone for an early dinner?
All right. Got that?
Yeah. Nice place to watch the world go by.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe somebody was here waiting.
You think it was a pro?
Maybe. Anyway, that's what Skolomowski thinks. Say, wait a minute. Let's measure the distance now between Gumps and the corner. No, forget it. No.
Wait a minute, why?
Oh, they're all yellow pins.
Look, let's just recreate exactly what happened. There can be more than one what's-his-name around here real quick.
Guess who's home?
Let me see those tickets. Oh, come on now, Wally. Let me see those tickets.
Smells good.
It's meatloaf. Now, Wally, please.
Sage?
Uh-huh.
Well, I knew you're done.
Oh, it's almost finished.
Well, you should get $200 for that one. Of course, they'll turn around and get $350, $400 for it.
Wally.
Harriet, I'm going to take a bath.
Wally, you just show me those tickets.
At dinner, huh? Okay.
Oh, you mean and make it more important? Of course, you're absolutely right, at dinner. Oh, leave the door so we can talk.
But I've been talking all day.
Look.
Oh, yeah, the green book, yeah.
That's that new Michelin Guide from Italy just came this morning. You know, I phoned the bookstore, and we get France tomorrow. Isn't that funny? Italy came today. I was just thinking about Italy. Well, here's our farm.
Harriet, They made you in heaven, but they made me in an awful tired place.
Steve, my, come on in.
I'm sensible. How are you?
Oh, let me get this quilt out of the way.
Mike, look at this.
Hey, that's pretty. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wally. Wally, you're gripping.
Well, look who's here. Gumshoe and Son. Mum's the word, fellas. Mum's the word. Exciting day, huh? Well, nice to see you guys dropping by, doing
Wally,
your duty.
listen.
Yeah.
Wally, please. Now, when you saw Jules Rhinelander...
Rhinelander, yeah.
You saw him?
Oh, we always exchange a few
Wally,
words.
please, when you saw Jules Rhinelander, did you have a talk with him?
Yeah.
Well, what did you talk about?
His debate on TV.
Debate on the TV?
Yeah.
And that's all? You're sure?
Yeah.
Wally, you see, we're building a timetable of Rhinelander's movements.
Oh, yeah. Well, did you find out what time the cable car left my corner? Now, far be it from me to tell you guys your job, but you should talk to the motorman, you know. Then you back up a minute and a half, and that should give you the exact approximate time that Rhinelander hit my corner. Just a suggestion, you know?
Thank you, Wally. We
Yeah,
appreciate
sure.
it.
There's a lot of meatloaf for supper.
Well, these are very busy
Some other
guys.
time.
I mean.
Thank you very much. Wally, I'm sorry about what happened.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks.
Me too, Wally.
Thanks for the
Bye-bye.
invitation.
Come back again anytime, fellas. Yeah. Nice guys. Nice guys. Real serious. You know, they put a case together like you make a quilt. Piece of this, piece of that. One day, they got the killers. Yeah, well, back to the old tub.
Wally, why did they say they were sorry for us?
Sorry?
Yeah, just now when they left.
Just now. Just now. Well, I didn't want to tell you.
You didn't want to tell me what?
This.
Oh, honey, you have got a lump. It's as big as a walnut on your head, and there's stitches.
Six stitches.
What happened?
Well, it was the dumbest thing I ever did in my life. I bent down to cut a bundle, you see, and raised up my head and whammo. You know that iron lip on the mailbox? Well, cracked right into it.
Oh, honey, does it hurt?
Yeah, a little, yeah. Well, that's why I couldn't tell you, you know. I didn't even have time to get to the bank, let alone get the tickets.
Oh, of course not. Take a smack like that on the head. Now, you just, you get finished, and I'll see if the meatloaf's ready.
No, I didn't kill him.
Dr. Gary, you're a teacher. Therefore, you must know the value of words. So when you said...
When I said that Jules Rhinelander was lacking in compassion, and I did say that, I meant exactly that. He was lacking in compassion.
All right. Now, your group...
My group demanded that Rhinelander resign because there was no evidence that he had made any provision on behalf of those tenants.
You mean since the buildings were going to be torn down?
Good riddance. In most cases, they were rat-infested tenements. Inspector, no plans had been made for these people to move somewhere else, anywhere else. They were just to be left to their own devices, just live in the gutter like rats themselves, I guess, huh?
Has your group ever considered kidnapping Rhinelander as a symbolic or political gesture?
Well, I have records here of every single meeting of your Property Owners Association. And everyone the chair recognized had something to say about Rhinelander. And some of it was pretty violent.
Sure, we were bitter about him. We had good reason to be bitter.
How often did you meet with him privately?
You mean, did I have the opportunity to hate him on my own without any help from the association? Yes. Yes, I met with him twice. Once at his downtown office, once at City Hall.
I'd like to hear about both those meetings.
I want to caution you, Lieutenant. You're confusing my organization with some shabby left-wing outfit. We don't behave that way.
Did you discuss a demonstration against him?
We don't demonstrate. We hold lawfully assembled meetings.
Isn't it true that when Rhinelader's death was announced, you put up your own name as his successor?
But isn't it true that as soon as Rhinelander's death was announced, you put up your own name as his successor?
Oh, yes, that's true. I happen to think I can do a better job, a more compassionate job.
Thank you, Dr. Gary.
Let me put you on to something, Inspector. The man you want to talk to is Howard Spring. Spring and his property owners, they're a bunch of right-wing zealots.
Thanks for the tip.
Hello, Dr. Gary.
Mr. Spring.
Well, it's good to see that our taxes are being used properly.
Oh, yes? Well, some of them, anyway.
Dry as a bone. Anything?
No. You?
Nothing.
You know, I'm still hung up on those 18 minutes. A guy who lives by a stopwatch, according to his wife and secretary, how does he get that far off schedule? He leaves his office at exactly 10 minutes to 10. It's exactly a 10-minute walk, and he arrives at Gumps at 18 after.
You know, maybe it doesn't mean anything. Like all of those criminology books of yours. What was that chapter you were telling me about where the way a cigar got chewed up told you all about the suspect's inner conflict?
Now, wait a minute. I don't write those books. I read them, but I don't write them.
You know what I'd do if I ever had to write a book?
What?
I would say sometimes a chewed-up cigar is just a chewed-up cigar.
I'll call the distributor tomorrow, tell him you'll be back on the truck. Let's face it, Lowell. I don't need you anymore. I'm not going anywhere.
I'll finish the day with you. You know, I really feel lousy about this.
Go get him. Hey, understood. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello. Take a look.
Seven.
Seven.
out on the corner, he spotted me.
How?
I don't know how, but he did.
Did you hit him?
Yeah, maybe a piece, but I didn't stop him.
Right. Pack it up. And don't panic.
Inspectors 8-1. We have a 217. Corner Powell and Gary. Ambulance on scene.
10-4.
Why? You all right? Hey, you guys. They're in there. The punks that stole my money.
They shot from up there?
No, in the hotel there. I saw the room.
Well, slow down. Who?
Well, I stumbled on something, you know. I recognized a shoe, one of those modern fancy jobs. The guys that stole my money. Oh! Just a scratch. Just a scratch. I move fast, you know, hard to hit. Let's get him, Mike.
All right, come on, hero, let's go.
Oh!
Nothing? All right, Wally.
No suitcases, nothing.
They didn't pay their bill.
How many guys registered here?
3. Businessmen types. I made a mental note, salesman for some big company. They said they had a lot of appointments during the day and they wanted the sitting room for their meetings at night. You know, when they got together and gathered up their notes.
Check your garage. They had a car, find the make and the license number. Steve, come here.
What do you got, Mike?
Look down there. Shoppers, businessmen, secretaries going out to lunch, coffee breaks. Everybody hustling. Nobody really looking at the next guy.
You're right, it's a whole choreographed scene from here. Everybody's daily pattern.
Lens paper.
Binoculars.
3 guys sitting up here watching, taking it all in. Downtown raiders, moving in on easy marks. Women with department store shopping bags, men with expensive wristwatches. Newsies who talk about how much they're going to draw out of the bank.
I got a big mouth.
Successful-looking businessman enters an expensive jewelry store. He looks like an easy mark. Just another yellow pin.
And he ends up a red one.
I left just a few moments ago in a yellow LTD. The license number on the tag was 721ENO.
What's the garage exit they left from?
Powell, headed for California Street.
And up the bridge. Thank you.
See your argument. I'm not sure you're right, but I do see your argument. They got to be heading for the bridge. If they head up Powell, they're going over California Street. If they're going over California, they're heading for Van Ness. And if they're on Van Ness, they're going over the bridge. But, and this is a big but,
They could have gone the other way on Van Ness and circled back to the peninsula. Now, these guys are no dummies, you know. They could have lost us by now. If you want to push that thing a little harder, it's okay with me.
Wally.
Huh?
Shut up.
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Wally, shut up.
Traffic 27, Rule 1025, Inspectors 81. R1020, Marina and Cervantes. Suspect vehicle, yellow and black LTD, heading west toward Highway 101 to Golden Gate Bridge. Inspectors 81 in pursuit.
Hey, man.
You hold on, man. Just hold on.
Hold it! Drop it. Against the wall. Come on.
Don't try it. How bad?
Could be worse.
Come on, get up. All right, come on.
Let's go. You did it. You guys did it. I knew you could. I knew you.
Check in. Tell him who really did it.
Central Division, this is 8-1. Stone, Keller, and Sensabaugh.
Be my guest.
Here we go, here we go. Ha, ha, ha. Hey!
When are you taking off? Tomorrow.
Send us a postcard, will you, Wally?
First day. No, make it the second day. Harriet and I gotta handle the jet lag. You guys heard about the jet lag?
The jet lag. Yeah, I know. Have a good vacation, will you, Wally?
Enjoy it, Wally, enjoy.
Thanks, thanks. And you guys take care of things, huh? Keep the rain off the rhubarb?
Right? Yeah. Hey, we got happy stories today. Happy stories. We got happy dogs, happy cats, happy children. Hey, we got happy finance. We got happy sports. We got happy business. Yes, happy.
Pick up the beer, son. I got another stop tonight. And nobody's following me in there, no matter what the old man says. Brennan? What is it? Shut up. Come on, move. Come on. Come on, come on. on, get in the car. Get in. Get in!
Tony Doyle, Lieutenant. Witnessed the whole shootout. But his eyes went bad. Says it all happened so fast, he don't remember who shot whom.
Nearsighted all of a sudden, huh?
It's like he said, Lieutenant. It all happened so fast. I mean, I don't think I could pick out one of those guys. I mean, I don't think I could positively...
Doyle, I want a statement. I want you to tell me as much as you were able to see.
Okay. Well, I was parked up here, up on a hill, just dumping stuff off the truck.
Jimmy, as soon as you finish the report, will you give me a call? Thanks. Hey, Mike.
All units, Southeast 30, the Bayview School,
Who was it?
Eddie Hoyt.
Eddie Hoyt. Yeah. One of the old familiar faces. I've been in and out for years.
So who's he working for now?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. The last I heard, it was Murray Brennan.
Brennan?
Mm-hmm, Murray Brennan.
Oh, man, we need that like a hole in the head.
Come on. Let's give him a call.
Lieutenant? Inspector. What can I do for you?
Mr. Converse. Is Mr. Brennan in?
Well, yes, he is. He's busy.
Would you mind telling him we're here, please?
May I tell him what it's all about?
Murder.
Come in, gentlemen. Oh, he'll be right with you.
Okay, genius, your move.
I'm afraid I'll have to wait, Murray. Mike Stone's out there, and I think you better see him.
What about?
Well, it seems that somebody's turned up dead, and he thinks you might know something about it. You want me with you?
What, I'm a rookie? Mike, been a long time.
Murray.
Get you something?
Just what we came for, if you don't mind.
Shoot.
Eddie Hoyt. He was shot today out near Candlestick.
Hoyt. I know him?
I hope so. Word I got is that you pay him a bundle to look out for your son.
Oh, yeah. You sure it was him?
Quite sure.
Well, I am sorry Eddie got hit, but he was something of a hothead. It was probably over a dame or something dumb like that.
Where is your son, Mr. Brennan?
Johnny? Out of town.
Where?
I don't know. He likes to go off by himself for a few days here and there.
Oh, come on now. Johnny never goes out by himself. I know that, and you know I know it. Now, Murray, he's your only son, the kid of your old age, the charm boy. Everybody loves Johnny Brennan, but he's not too good at running the business. And you've been putting more and more power into his hands lately. You want me to tell you something? Some people think it's easy pickings.
Mike, it's very comforting to know the police are doing their homework.
We think it's a setup.
Setup? For what?
To get rid of your son, muscling on your territory. We know they're crowding. Malachi, Judd, Albanese.
Okay, if that's the way you want to play it. Would you mind telling Johnny to give us a ring when he gets back into town? And we'll keep in touch. Close touch, Murray.
Converse. Eddie's been hit. They got Johnny.
Who?
I don't know who. Johnny's gotta be dead. I want the man who killed my son. And I want the man who paid for the job. Give me the best contract I can buy. Get me Sidney.
Anything?
I got nothing. Malachi, Judd, Albanese, they're all accounted for. Nobody can find Johnny Brennan. What do you got?
A whole list of everything we don't know.
Well, why don't we try the positive approach for once and try to figure out what we do have?
All right, Norman Vincent Peale, what do we have?
It's a pro job.
We don't have any hitman.
We got Doyle.
Oh, yeah. We've got Doyle.
What, has he been in?
Besides having lousy eyesight, he says he just came down with the flu.
Well, Mike, I just got a call from that stakeout on Brennan. He's on the move.
Thanks a lot.
Pacific Heights, north of Vallejo on Scott.
North on Scott, move it.
That isn't Johnny. Where is he?
I was told he was here, Murray.
Get him out of there.
Oh, now wait just a moment. Just a moment. You can't do that. Just here. Lay off, Murray.
Now, just a moment, Lieutenant. The man is a perfect...
You two, put that body in the other channel. Steve, take care of the family. Who paid you for this job?
I don't know. No, honest, I don't know. 10 grand, and the body was delivered here with a note. It said to bury him...
Where's the note?
I threw it away.
I'm buying my son's funeral. Converse, get Johnny out of this place.
Murray, wait a minute. Now listen to me. I don't want the lid coming off this city and a lot of innocent people getting hurt. I'm sorry about what happened to your son, Johnny, but you let me take care of this job.
Sure, Mike. Sure. Just like always.
Get a good night's sleep. Okay. I have a feeling we'll be working overtime on this one.
What, you looking for a real war?
With Brennan, you don't know what to look for. Except with him, you know that he's going to have the last word. Whoever did it was just dumb, plain dumb. Brennan loved that kid. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, take care.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I knew that would happen. It's too much for one box, I guess. Oh, I'm really sorry.
Let me give you a hand.
Oh, no. That's all right. I can do it.
I don't mind. At least it can't be Andy's.
No. No, they're mine. I just took a sublease on his apartment.
Oh, yeah? You must be a decorator.
And you must be the detective.
Well, Andy told you about the crazy hours, huh?
I didn't know detectives had crazy hours.
Afraid so. Lead the way. There must be more where these came from.
Plenty more, but I can do it, really. I figure if I don't make it as a decorator, I can always make it as a moving man.
So what happened to Anderson? He didn't say anything about moving.
Some unexpected trouble in his family or something. I was really lucky to get the place. It's really pretty. Oh, no. Oh, forget it.
I don't know about that part about you being a moving man.
No, I guess not.
I'm Stephen Keller.
Hi, Steve. I'm Sydney.
Okay, so you heard someone at the back entrance.
They didn't even ring the bell. They just came right in.
By the time you got there?
Well, I saw the body all wrapped up with a note pinned to it.
There's no one there.
No, I didn't see anybody.
And the note you just threw away?
Well, I burned it first. You know, I was scared and...
Look, I told you already. I couldn't identify anybody. I told you everything I saw.
Just keep looking, Doyle.
This is crazy. I mean, how many faces you got in here anyway? I could be here all night.
Which one was it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
This one?
Look. I got a family.
Everybody's got a family. And how safe do you think they'd be if nobody cooperated with us?
I don't know. Listen, I'm sorry. Can I go now?
All right, you can go. Go ahead. Thanks for the help.
You got anything?
He's sorry. What about Marioni?
Nothing, no.
You've been dragging all day today, you know that? What, did you have a late night last night?
Yeah.
Who is she? That new neighbor?
What neighbor?
What neighbor? The brunette, the one who couldn't handle all the books.
Man, isn't there anything you don't file away in that computer of yours?
And what's she like?
Oh, come on, will you?
Oh, now you're gonna clam up on me like those other two clowns, huh? Well, okay. Maybe Doyle had a right to clam up. He stopped at that mugshot.
Who is it?
Lloyd Davies. 10's bar over in Noe Valley.
Davies. He does more than mixed drinks, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. No one's been able to prove anything else.
He's got about 6 hits.
6, 10, plus 2 indictments.
He got off?
Insufficient evidence.
Who does he work for now?
Freelancers. Anybody who can buy the ticket.
Well, he may have bought his own ticket if he crossed Murray Brennan.
That's right. Come on, let's have a talk.
Homicide Inspector Keller. How are you today? Well, that's good to hear. Yeah. Tonight, gee, I don't know.
Listen, it's all right. I don't mind eating alone.
Well, I do. I'll get a reservation.
We've got one. At my place at 8 o'clock. I've got a new recipe. I want to try it. You can tell me if you like it.
Okay. I'll bring the wine. I'll see you then.
See you then.
That had to be the late night, huh? You're going to bring the wine. Sounds kind of serious.
Are you ready?
Oh, now, wait a minute. Let me tell you something. When they start handing you that home-cooked meal routine, that's the first step to marriage.
Marriage? I just met the girl. What are you talking about, marriage?
Let me tell you something. Times have changed and all that, huh? But let me tell you, women haven't. When they start tossing that salad and making those fancy desserts, look out. The only thing they're thinking about, marriage. He's popping for wine at a dinner date.
Converse. Sydney. I want to see Brennan.
It's a strange place to meet you, Sydney.
Were you followed?
Yes.
Do you have the money?
You have a lead?
I'll know who it was by tonight.
How?
That's what you pay me for, Murray.
Are you religious?
No.
Sometimes it helps.
I don't need help. And if there is a God, he's not about to forgive me. Or you.
Yes. Yes, I've killed, and I've known many men who have. Never a woman.
You don't know me, Murray.
No, I'm afraid I don't. My son had been half as tough as you are. I wouldn't be lighting this candle for him right now.
Light one for me, too, if it'll make you feel any better. Good red wine and a fire. I can't think of anything nicer.
What about a margarita on a beach in Mexico?
Oh, yeah, that's nicer.
Or corn roasted in salt water at the beach.
Good, good. A good sleep after a long, hard day. Yeah. That's good. Catching a cab on 57th Street in the rush hour.
You from New York?
Yes. But I left there a long time ago. Too much competition. All the little girls in Great Neck, Long Island want to grow up and be decorators.
I wouldn't know.
Really? What about you? A native?
Born and bred. Modesto, California.
Modesto?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Nobody's really from Modesto.
What are you talking about? My father told me that was a great place to be from. That's why I shipped myself off to Berkeley.
And then?
Then is now.
Do you like being a detective?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What about now?
Today was a beaut.
Why?
Well, we got a tough case involving a syndicate killing.
Syndicate? What do you mean? The mob?
Yeah.
Are you serious? You mean that still exists? Gangsters killing each other in the streets?
Oh, yeah. This one was in the city dump. And we even got a witness, but he's so scared he won't give us a positive ID on the killer.
You know who the killer is?
Well, for all the good it does us, yeah. Look, we had a lineup today, okay? I set the whole thing up. I put the witness in the back to protect him. Got the suspect right up there, right in the bright lights. You can't miss a thing. He gets off again because the witness is scared he'll get hurt if he puts the finger on him.
Gets off again? Has he killed somebody before?
10 times we know about. 2 indictments, 2 acquittals. Insufficient evidence.
Is it somebody who lives right here in San Francisco?
Ten's Bar, a nice, friendly neighborhood tavern, full of jokes and laughs for all the good customers. And he'd kill any one of them if the price was right.
Amazing. Do you know what I think?
What?
I'm lucky to have a detective for a neighbor.
Good night, thanks. Sorry, we're closed. One for the road's the best I can do for you.
Vodka martini, dry up. You think you can handle all that this late?
Yeah. I can handle it. Excuse me, will you?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, take me just a minute to wash up. Why don't you stick around?
Okay.
Great. What are you doing?
We haven't met formally, Lloyd. My name is Sydney.
Sydney?
You've heard the name.
Yeah, I heard the name, but I thought Sydney...
Yeah, I know. You thought I was a man. You were wrong.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Who told you about me?
A detective told me. He said they're looking for a bartender with 10 hits and 2 indictments. Everybody seems to know your track record. It's sloppy.
Listen, I'm just doing a job, you know.
For who?
I tell you, what is it worth to Brennan?
Maybe your life. Give me the name.
Come on, sweetheart, let's go someplace. Oh, hey, all right, okay. Okay. Now, you tell Brennan it was nothing personal, okay? I was just doing a job for Albanese.
Who?
Charlie Albanese.
How much did he pay you, Lloyd?
10 grand.
10 grand? It's cheap.
Mike, back here.
Where?
Men's room.
Davies.
Killed by a small caliber handgun, point blank. One shot hit the heart dead center, and the other one went into the mirror.
Second shot killed him.
How do you know that?
Well, here's where he dropped. Right about here's where he was standing. With that slug in the glass, it's about head high, shot from a short distance. Wasn't meant to kill. Was guaranteed to buy information.
Like who hired him to hit Johnny Brennan?
That's right. It has to be someone that Murray turned loose. Who found the body?
The day man. Name's Hughes. Says he opened up at 8.
Mr. Hughes, I'm Lieutenant Stone. You open up every day?
Yes, sir, every day. But right away, I knew something was funny. All the lights was on. They ain't never been on before.
Was the front door locked when you came in?
Bolted like always.
How about the back door?
Well, the back door's self-locking.
Mike?
Excuse me.
Lipstick on the cigarette and on the glass.
Everything else in the place has been cleaned up.
Yeah.
Well, which means that the last person in here was a woman, or that he just forgot to empty this glass and ashtray.
Lieutenant, hospital has someone down there says they have to see you right away. Some undertaker named Marioni.
Lab, take care of these. What did you try to do? Bury a live one?
You gotta protect me.
From who?
Brennan. His boys did this. Yeah, 2 of them just came into the place and laid into me.
Mariano, you got any reason why?
They said if I ever do another job for Albanese, they'll come back and kill me. Now, I didn't know it was for Albanese. I said, no, wait a minute. You gotta help me. Tell me what to do.
Stick to burying one body at a time.
Wait.
Albanese, that's prostitution in numbers, right?
And branching out. It figures he's everything Johnny Brennan wasn't.
You want to pick him up?
No. Let's get back to headquarters first. I want to put a team on his tail. If we start watching both of them, him and Brennan, we ought to be on top of it when it blows away.
Go ahead, I got it. Go ahead, answer it. Yeah. Who's calling? Hey, Charlie. It's some chick. Later. She said she was Lloyd Davies' girl, and you should talk to her. Hello?
Mr. Albanese, this is Jewel Ferguson. I was with Lloyd Davies when they came in and killed him. They saw me.
Wait. Whoa, slow down. Now what?
Brennan's boys. They saw me.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Who do you say you were, lady?
You heard me. And don't tell me you don't understand. Lloyd Davies is dead. They came in, they tried to make him talk about you. He wouldn't, so they killed him.
Wait, slow down. Back up. Now, what are you talking about?
You. I know about you. And I'm calling you for help, and I think you better help me, Mr. Albanese. Get me out of town. Do something.
Suppose I don't feel like helping.
I don't want to call the cops.
What do you want?
I want you to meet me alone.
All right, when?
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, Palace of Fine Arts.
Well, Steve?
Yeah.
This just came up from the corners.
Oh, thanks, Bill. You got anything on Brennan or Albanese?
All quiet on both fronts. What have you got?
It's a coroner's report. Verifies Davies was shot with a .32 caliber.
Point blank, too.
Yep.
Means Davies wasn't expecting it, and he should have been. He should have been walking around with one eye over his shoulder.
Just doesn't figure.
Neither does a .32 caliber. Not from any hitman I ever heard of.
Okay, I'll check with Central Intelligence and the FBI, see if they got any cases with similar MOs.
You know, there's one other thing that doesn't figure.
What's that?
We knew about Davies. How did Brennan find out?
You tell me.
Somebody tipped him.
Well, it wasn't me. It must have been you.
Thanks a lot. You sure you didn't mention it to anybody? Not even here in the department?
Mike, I'm telling you, there isn't... I told someone we're having trouble with a case because a witness wouldn't cooperate.
Who? The neighbor?
Yeah, but I didn't mention Davies by name, and I don't think there's any way that an interior decorator who just moved into town would know someone like Murray Brennan, do you?
No. No, but you know, I'm really worried about you and that neighbor. First thing you know, you're going to be coming to me and asking me to go out and rent a tuxedo.
I get the message. I get the message. Listen, you want to do anything else this afternoon?
No, you can take off. I'll yell if anything breaks.
You sure about that?
Sure, I'm sure. And don't come in with half a head tomorrow. Try to get to bed early tonight.
I try every night.
It's open, Steve.
Thought I just moved all these in.
I just got a wonderful job. A new condominium project in Santa Barbara, and I get to decorate the whole thing. And for more money than I ever dreamed of.
That's great.
I don't have to leave till morning.
The FBI's got 4 open cases with earmarks of the same MO. Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, and here.
Any name?
No, but they think it's a woman.
A woman?
Yeah, they're pretty sure about it. Well, at least in the Detroit killing. Her name is Sally Banning.
Any description?
Well, let's send in a full report. Right now, I've only got a general one. Dark hair, dark eyes.
Wait a minute. Dark hair, dark eyes. About 5'5", 110 pounds, maybe?
You know her?
I hope not. I want to see that report the minute it gets in.
Right.
Hey, we're over here.
Good morning.
Morning. Don't tell me another lady.
Oh, you better believe it. Don't worry, I'm not getting married.
Hey, it all seems kind of cozy, side by side, huh?
Yeah, could have been. She's catching a plane in half an hour.
What for?
New job.
New job, huh? Well, how long has she been there? I thought a guy lived in that apartment, an architect. What was his name?
Anderson, yeah.
Anderson, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, he moved down to the marina and gave the sublet to Sydney.
Sydney? That was a Sydney? Sydney who?
Sydney Bruce.
Sydney Bruce. Boy, I must say things sure are changed. You know, when I was your age, anybody called Sydney had sideburns and was smoking a cigar. How long's she been there? A couple of 3 days?
I think since Tuesday, yeah. So where we going, Bryan Street?
Not with that lipstick on your face.
What? What are you doing? Enough.
What? Drop me off at the office, will you? I got a few things I got to do down there. And then you pick up Burton and relieve that stake out on Albanese's.
With equal parts of isopropyl marastate. That's the emulsifier. Now, the ozo-curate wax content...
Oh, come on, Charlie. I'm a cop, not a chemist. Don't give me that ozo stuff. What is it?
Well, in short, Lieutenant, the lipstick on the cigarette contains the exact chemical ingredients as the lipstick on the handkerchief. No doubt the same brand. The only thing I can't tell you is whether that's Pink Surprise or Pink Sunset.
My, aren't we getting foxy? You see which one Albanese's in?
Missed him.
Okay, call communications. Have them tell homicide we're rolling. Need a backup unit.
Anderson. Write this down. William Anderson. He lives at the marina. Now, it's a new listing, so don't let him give you the runaround. I want you to get permission to go into his apartment and dust for prints. When you've checked them out, let me know what you've got.
Oh, Mike, that FBI report just came in. You said you wanted to see it.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Come on, fill me in on the way to Albanese's. Where's she from?
Born, brought up New York City. Bright kid. Graduated high school of music and art. A drama major, but got nowhere. Must have decided to turn her talents elsewhere. Busted twice for prostitution. Then she hooked up with a guy named Howie Kuhn.
Kuhn? And the torpedo?
The same. She lived with him till he was killed 4 years ago.
Sounds like he left her his business.
Only conjecture. But it does look like her first hit was revenge for Kuhn's death. Well, then she found out she was good at it. And she is, too. They credit her with at least 4 hits they can't prove.
Davies makes 5.
Right. No arrests during the past 7 years. Recent address unknown.
Well, I'd feel an awful lot better if I knew where she was right now.
Go on, get in.
No. You get out. I said alone.
Nobody's gonna hurt you, lady.
Oh, yeah, sure. Nobody's gonna hurt me. Listen, I'm not going for a ride with anybody. I'm gonna end up in the bay. I know. Come on. Just like I said, you and me alone. Come on.
Inspectors 81 to headquarters. Please advise homicide. Suspect has just met a woman at the Palace of Fine Arts. I'm going to follow on foot.
You catch that? Palace of Fine Arts.
Yeah, I got it.
Just like I said, I'm not asking for anything more than enough to get me out of this town and get me to where my family is. That's all I want. And I'm not trying to blackmail you either.
The thought never entered my mind, baby.
I'll bet it didn't.
Driver. Watch out! Hold it! Drop it. .32 caliber.
Anything new?
Not till today.
What for? Just money?
Just money. Nothing personal, Steve.
Nothing personal.
You sure you're all right?
No, I'm fine. Just remembering how many times you said crime doesn't play favorites. Man, how right you were.
Yeah, there's one other thing we've got to remember now. Something I was very, very definitely wrong about.
What's that?
All women don't dream of marriage. Listen, you want to change your mind about tonight?
No, I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.